Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, but I'm really excited to be back with another hair video. Before we start, like always, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I do a lot of fashion and beauty related content. For today's video, I am going to be unboxing and reviewing a wig from UNice. It is called the Bye Bye Knots. It is a 7x5 opening in curly texture. I paid out of pocket for this wig. It's been my first wig in a while. I normally do a lot of U-part wigs because I'm not a wig expert. So in this video, I'm going to show you my install as a non-experienced wig user. I'm also going to tell you the pros and cons of this wig. So let's talk about the wig itself and just what made me want to buy this kind of wig. For me, it's kind of expensive. The wig is about $241 for the length that I got. So this wig in particular is supposed to be a easy, quick, ready to go kind of wig. It's supposed to have the bye-bye knots, which just looks more realistic. You do not need to bleach the knots yourself. It actually also has a thinner scalp, so there's less hair on the crown of the head, which looks more realistic. This also comes with a zigzag cut in the lace towards the front opening, which definitely helps. I usually, as a new beginner, struggle to come up with like a nice clean zigzag cut that looks natural. So for the most part, I've let my wigs just have like that straight line and it just does not look good. So I'm glad that this item is pre-cut because it makes it beginner friendly. The wig has a 7x5 lace opening, which allows different hairstyles and partings. You can also get this wig with baby hair. So if you're one of those people that struggles to cut the right amount of baby hair, this wig would be for you. I ordered my wig with no baby hairs. 24 inches. The last thing this wig promises is to come with a additional elastic band that's high quality, and you can either sew into the wig or you can clip into the wig so that you can adjust it to your head size. Okay, so let's get started with my installation process. If you have seen some of my other videos, you're pretty familiar with like what I do. I'm not good at braiding hair, so the first thing that I do is make sure that I have clean hair or damped hair. When my hair is dry, it gets extra thick and it's harder to just put away or braid. So I like to just start with some gel. My hair is damp at this moment, and then I'm just sleeking it back as much as I can. I'm not going to try and braid from the crown of the head because I've noticed that it just gets a little bumpy and it's not even slicking back the hair, and then doing a braid in the back, it's like the easiest method for me. Also, I am going to be linking all of the items that you see in this video in the description box. So if you see that I don't mention a particular item that I used, you can either pause the video or you can go into the bio and I'll have those items linked for you. So once my hair is slicked back, I like to add some Got to Be Glued blasting free spray. This is actually what I use to glue down my wigs. Is excellent. I personally hate with a passion like the white glue. It's so annoying to like remove from the wig and from your natural hair, and there's even times where like the regular wig glue will damage my natural hair in the front. So the Got to Be Glued spray is gonna be what I use throughout this entire process. So right here, you guys just saw the bag in which the wig came in. I was very surprised and I thought it was really cute that it came with a little travel bag. Inside the bag, you will have a few items: an HD wig cap, which I definitely recommend, better than a regular wig cap, especially with this particular hair because the lace is very thin. I found it to be easier to blend. It also includes some nails, some lashes, and just other little items that are gonna help you with your install. So my first impression and just review, everything that was advertised on the website was true. Everything came with the box. A pro is that the knots looked bleached. The lace itself did have that very clean zigzag cut. Another thing that I thought was phenomenal, the wig itself, once you put it on, lays very nicely. I think this wig has an amazing head cap. The way that it laid on my head was just great. It didn't have too much hair. They didn't have too much space in the back. I didn't feel like I had a huge humongous head, and I didn't feel like I needed to add additional pins to make my head smaller. So let's move on to the cons of the hair. My first impression, it had a weird scent. It didn't smell very good. The texture of the hair was not as soft. I tried to do a combing test and see how much hair comes out, and there was a lot of shedding. I will say though, once I wet the hair and I was combing through the hair while wet, there was less shedding happening. But yeah, the hair just did not have that shine that I expected it to have right out of the box. Before I move on to the next con, I know that I'm kind of talking over the installation process, but I do have the same process for every video. So I just felt like showing you the process while talking about the wig. But if you want a more detailed tutorial of how I actually lay down my wigs, go check out some of my other videos. I have the same exact process and I give more details. But yeah, at this point I'm just putting on the lace wig. I use some makeup on the wig cap just to make sure that it definitely blends with my natural skin. Then I use some of the Got to Be Glued blasting free spray. This is going to prevent it from slipping once the wig is on. And yeah, now I'm just gonna cut it around so that it can look like a bald cap. The key here is to make sure that you are gluing the wig cap and then you're cutting around the edges where your natural hairline is. You want to make sure that you're not revealing any of your natural hair when you're cutting the cap. I wanted to go back to that second con that I had. You guys are going to be able to see it in a couple of seconds. The second thing that I did not like about this wig is that the cutting of the lace was too short on the sides for me. I have a bigger forehead, and so perhaps I felt like it just did not go very well with my particular hairline. I noticed that some of my hairs on the sides were just coming out. The cutting of the wig was just too short for my natural hair, and so even when I would pull the wig forward and try to glue it forward, it just did not match nicely with my natural hairline, and you were able to see some of the wig cap. It just reminded me of those times where I would cut the sides too short on my own, and it just was not a pleasant experience. Hairs on the sides were still showing and there was just not enough lace. I just ended up tucking some of the hairs behind my ear. It could be the case that this is also happening because of the way I braided my hair. If I were to use smaller braids, then the wig cap would be thinner, but this is something to keep in mind if you do have a larger head, that cutting of the lace does not come out very far into the temples. Going back to the installation process, after I have cut all of the edges and I have my bowl cap, I make sure it's fully dry, I go on ahead and apply another layer of the Got to Be Glued spray on my forehead. This time I'm going to pull all of the hair into the skin, lay it flat with that UNice headband. It's an elastic band that can help press down the wig, and all that I did was wait about 15 minutes before removing that band, and the wig was fully glued into my forehead. The next thing that I did was apply some Afro Sheen mousse. This is going to help add volume and shine. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's installation. Overall, I actually really like the wig. I ended up keeping it. I do tuck it in behind my ear. Is it the best value for the price? That is up for you to decide. I would give this wig a 7.5 out of 10. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.